My name was Julian, and I was a 20-year-old living in Chicago with my mother, Alice, my father, Nolan, and my sister, Mila. Our home was filled with love and happiness, and Mila was the flower of our family. I was pursuing a management degree, while my mother was a housewife, and my father ran his own import and export company. Mila, 2 years older than me, worked at our father's company. She had a talent for videography and photography, which she practiced as a hobby, earning a side income. She participated in many competitions and had won numerous awards. My sister and I were very close, sharing our lives like friends. One day, an unforgettable experience came my way because of Mila's short film competition. It was a mind-blowing and enjoyable adventure that I never expected. One afternoon, while I was resting in my bedroom, Mila walked in. "Julian, what are you doing?" she asked as she entered. "Nothing special," I replied. "Brother, there's a short film competition. According to the rules, the entire film must be recorded using a mobile phone. I want to participate in that competition," Mila said with excitement in her voice. "That sounds good. What's the theme of the competition?" I inquired. "The theme is human life. We need to do something special," Mila replied. "We can gather some basic ideas from the internet. Once we find something special, we can enhance it with our creative touch," I suggested. "That's a good plan. We only have 2 weeks, so we need to outline our story quickly," Mila agreed. "Don't worry, sister. We can start right now," I assured her. I grabbed my laptop, and together, Mila and I began searching for creative ideas for short films. We scrolled through various suggestions and watched a few world-famous short films for inspiration. Despite spending a few hours searching, we still hadn't found anything that felt truly special. Feeling demotivated by our lack of success in finding the right idea, we stumbled upon something unexpected: a male-to-female makeup transformation video. It wasn't a short film, but it caught our attention and offered a brief respite for our demotivated minds. "This is amazing," Mila exclaimed as we watched the video. After lunch, we returned to my room, determined to continue our search for short film ideas. "Julian, I have an idea for the short film. I think we can create a story about the life of a pregnant woman," Mila shared her idea. "Is that really special enough? We were hoping for something unique," I questioned. "I have a plan to make it truly special," Mila replied, her tone serious and determined. "What's your special idea?" I asked, intrigued. "I thought of creating a short film about a pregnant woman and using a cross-dressing boy to portray her character," my sister explained her idea. I was taken aback by my sister's suggestion. Doubt clouded my mind about the feasibility of bringing her vision to life. "Is it really possible to make a short film using a boy for a female character?" I questioned, skepticism evident in my voice. "I know it's a challenge, and achieving the perfect outcome will be difficult. But I believe in taking on this challenging project," my sister replied confidently. I could see the determination in my sister's eyes, a reminder of her talent and creativity. "I'll do anything to help you win this competition," I assured her. "Thank you, darling," she responded gratefully. "But how will we find a boy to play the female character?" "Acting as a pregnant woman is no easy task," I pointed out. "I think you're the best person to play that female character," my sister stated seriously. Her words left me shocked. "Are you joking?" I asked, unable to comprehend her suggestion. "It's not a joke, darling. We won't be able to find a boy for this role within our time constraints." "I trust in your talent," she explained her decision. Her suggestion surprised me, and I began to worry about the implications. "I can't act as a female. I have no experience portraying female characters, especially as a pregnant woman. Besides, my friends and relatives will mock me. I can't agree to this," I rejected her proposal. "Relax, my brother. I doubt anyone will mock you for playing a female character in a short film. I'll help you with your performance. Trust me, darling," my sister reassured me. "I need time to think about it," I requested. "That's okay, my brother. I know you'll do anything for me," she said with a warm smile before leaving my room. As I pondered my sister's proposition, uncertainty swirled in my mind. The thought of the challenges I would face in portraying a female role weighed heavily on me, and I remained undecided until darkness enveloped the room. Breaking the silence, my mother entered my bedroom. "What are you doing, darling?" she asked softly. "Nothing special," I replied, my thoughts still consumed by my sister's proposition. "Mila told me everything," my mother said with a smile. Her words made me feel shy, and I remained silent. She came over and sat beside me on the bed. "Julian, I'm not trying to pressure you into a decision, but I would love it if you played the female character in your sister's short film. It would create some wonderful memories for us," my mother said, gently holding my hand. Her words filled me with a newfound confidence. Finally, my mind made up, and I decided to accept the role of the pregnant woman in my sister's short film. "Okay, Mom, I'll do it," I said, feeling shy but determined. I saw the happiness on my mother's face as I agreed to take on the role. "Thank you, darling. I'm so proud of you, and I promise to help you with your performance," my mother expressed her appreciation. During our conversation, my sister entered my bedroom and joined us. "Mila, I have good news for you," my mother said. "What's that?" my sister asked. "Your brother has decided to play the character of the pregnant woman in your short film," my mother announced with a smile. "Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you, darling," my sister exclaimed happily. With my decision made, everyone was happy, and we began planning my transformation process. "Mom, we need to buy a lot of things for Julian's transformation," my sister said. "Mila, make a list of the items required for the transformation process," my mother instructed. My sister brought a piece of paper and a pen to jot down the essential items needed for me to dress as a pregnant woman. "We'll start with ladies' underwear, like panties, underskirts, and padded bras. Then we'll need a shoulder-length human hair wig, flat shoes, and accessories suitable for pregnant women. And of course, we have to choose a beautiful maternity frock." My sister listed the necessary items. I couldn't help feeling shy as she mentioned the essential items for my transformation. "We can get those items from the main fashion store in our city," my mother suggested. "Mom, we also need to buy a few special items," my sister added. "What are the special items?" my mother inquired. "We need to purchase silicone breast forms to achieve the perfect breast shape and a silicone fake belly to give me a natural pregnant look," my sister explained. I was taken aback after hearing my sister's words. I had never heard of such items before, so my mother and I asked for more details. My sister showed us images of silicone breast forms and a silicone fake baby belly. The breast forms looked remarkably real, and the fake belly resembled a pregnant belly authentically. I was amazed by what I saw. "These items are incredible. Julian, you have a unique opportunity to experience life as a pregnant woman," my mother said with a warm smile. "Mom, can you come with me to buy these items tomorrow?" my sister asked. "Of course, I'll go with you," my mother agreed. After our mind-blowing conversation, my mother and sister left my bedroom. Later, after dinner, I lay on my bed, contemplating my upcoming journey. With swirling thoughts in my mind, I drifted off to sleep. The next day, I settled in the living room after returning home from my lectures. Shortly after, my mother and sister returned, laden with bags. "These are for you, Julian," my mother said, placing the bags on the table. As my sister and mother sat on the sofa, I inspected the contents of the bags. They contained breast forms, bras, panties, and the fake belly. I touched each item, marveling at their softness. We carefully examined the items before storing them away. My sister then spent the next few days finalizing the film script. Following her instructions, I delved into studying the lives of pregnant women, learning more about their experiences to enhance my performance. My mother also helped me understand the responsibilities, respect, and physical challenges faced during pregnancy. Day by day, my knowledge about the life of a pregnant woman deepened. One night, while in my bedroom, my mother and sister entered. "Julian, I believe you've gained enough theoretical knowledge about the life of a pregnant woman," my mother said. "Yes, Mom, I've studied a lot," I replied. "That's wonderful, darling. Now it's time to put what you've learned into practice," my mother said cryptically. "I don't understand what you mean, Mom?" I asked, puzzled. "Darling, you have the theoretical knowledge about the life of a pregnant woman, but that isn't enough for a perfect performance in the short film. Before you act in front of the camera, You need to practice your character. This practice will help you give the best performance, my mother explained. Mom, I understand. What should I do now? I asked. Julian, your sister has scheduled the film shoot for Saturday. I think you should dress as a pregnant woman starting tomorrow. Spend the next 2 days as a pregnant woman so you can practice, my mother suggested. That's a fantastic idea. You'll definitely give the best performance in the film, my sister agreed enthusiastically. Mila, can you buy an additional bra, panties, underskirt, and maternity frock for your brother to wear over the next 2 days? My mother asked. Sure, Mom, I'll take care of it, Mila replied. Julian, if you don't attend your lectures for the next 2 days, how will you catch up on your missed classes? My mother asked. Mom, I can get the lecture notes from my friends, I answered. With that, we decided to start my exciting journey the next day. After dinner, I headed to my bedroom. My father had left on a business trip that morning. Sitting on my bed, I thought about the next day's experience. I couldn't believe I was going to dress as a girl for the first time in my life. Lost in these thoughts, I eventually fell asleep. The next morning, I woke up to my sister's voice. Good morning, Julian, Mila greeted me. Good morning, Mila, I replied sleepily. Darling, I've put some hair removal cream in your bathroom. Apply it to your hands, chest, and legs, and wash it off with cold water after a few minutes. Also, make sure to shave your face perfectly, my sister instructed. After giving her instructions, Mila left for the office. Following her directions, I went to the bathroom and used the hair removal cream to remove my body hair, then shaved my face. After a refreshing shower, I noticed how smooth my hairless legs, hands, and chest felt. I looked more feminine, and the softness of my skin surprised me. After breakfast, my mother came to my bedroom to start my transformation process. Julian, shall we start? My mother asked. Yes, Mom, I replied. She handed me a pair of panties and an underskirt. Darling, go to your bathroom and put on these panties and underskirt. After that, come back here, my mother instructed. Following her instructions, I went to the bathroom, took off my male clothes, and slipped into the pretty lace panties. Then, I put on the underskirt. It was my first time wearing women's clothes, and the experience was new and intriguing. The softness of the fabric felt unusual but oddly comforting against my skin. When I returned, my mother looked pleasantly surprised. She approached me with a matching padded bra and helped me put it on. Once I was wearing it, she inserted silicone breast forms into the bra cups. The added weight on my chest gave a realistic appearance of breasts. Next, my mother brought out a silicone fake belly and secured it to my abdomen. The fake belly simulated the size of an 8-month pregnancy, adding noticeable weight and causing me to feel the physical difficulties that pregnant women experience. After affixing the fake pregnancy belly, my mother helped me into a maternity frock. She stood back to admire her work, a happy expression on her face. You are so cute, my darling, she said, appreciating my transformed look. Thank you, Mom, I replied. Then, my mother carefully placed a realistic human hair wig on my head. With the wig, my face took on a distinctly feminine appearance. She added clip-on earrings and other accessories, then began applying very basic and simple makeup. Finally, I slipped into flat shoes. Wow, darling, you look amazing. You look like a real pregnant woman. I'm so happy, my mother said, hugging me. After her appreciation, I stepped in front of a mirror to see my new look. The reflection staring back at me was that of a beautiful pregnant woman. I was astonished and momentarily frozen. It was incredible how my appearance had transformed so completely. My feelings were a mix of surprise and intrigue. The protruding fake baby belly enhanced my feminine appearance and emotions. Initially, I never thought I would enjoy this transformation. But now, seeing my new self, I began to embrace the role of a pregnant woman. I was lost in a sea of thoughts, relishing this new experience. Breaking through my reverie, my mother's voice called out to me. Are you enjoying this transformation? She asked. Yes, Mom, I am really happy to have the chance to do this type of character in a short film, I replied with genuine enthusiasm. While we were chatting, I tried to sit on my bed but found it challenging due to the fake baby belly. My mother noticed my struggle and laughed. "Now you're not just a regular girl, you're a pregnant woman," she said, amused. "Mom, don't joke around," I said, feigning anger. "That's why I said you should practice before performing in front of the camera." "Playing a pregnant woman is more challenging than just playing a girl," my mother explained. "I understand that now," I replied. My mother then taught me how to sit, walk, lie down, and do various activities as a pregnant woman. These lessons were fascinating, and I eagerly absorbed them. I noticed that my feminine feelings were rapidly increasing. I also realized that being pregnant is not easy. It's a complicated situation filled with love and sacrifices. My mind quickly bonded with the character of a pregnant woman. My training session continued after lunch until the evening. After my training, my mother and I relaxed in the living room, discussing the day's experiences. The doorbell rang, interrupting our conversation. We guessed it was Mila. My mother went to the door and confirmed it was her, then opened it for her. Mila entered the living room and saw me. Her face lit up with surprise. "Wow, that is wonderful," she said, coming over to me. She looked at me, filled with surprise and happiness. She didn't say anything at first, just stared at me without blinking. "I never expected this perfect look from you. Your beauty is beyond expectations. My confidence in our short film has soared after seeing you. I'm really happy," she said, hugging me. "Thank you, sister. I'll do my best for you," I replied emotionally. Seeing my perfect pregnant look seemed to energize my sister even more. It was one of the most remarkable moments of my life. After our joyful chat, I went to my bedroom, reflecting on my new journey. A few hours later, my mother came to my room and took me to dinner. At the dinner table, my mother and sister helped me as I navigated dinner as a pregnant woman. Their treatment of me as a real pregnant woman deepened my feminine feelings. After dinner, we gathered in the living room to discuss our short film. "Mila, can I go back to my regular male clothes?" I asked. "Darling, you should stay as a pregnant woman for the upcoming days to get better practice," my mother replied. "Do I need to remove this fake belly and breast forms before sleep?" I asked. "As per the product information, you can continuously wear these breast forms and fake belly for a maximum of 3 days. But be careful when you sleep with them. If you want to remove them, you can do so before bed. However, I think if you sleep with them, you can get the perfect pregnancy experience," my sister explained. "I want to get a real experience as a pregnant woman," I said shyly. My mother and sister laughed at me. "I think my brother will permanently transform into a sister," my sister said with a laugh. My mother also laughed with her. My face turned red with embarrassment. Acting as a pregnant woman was very tiring because I carried the additional weight of my fake belly. "Today I am so tired. I want to sleep now," I said. "Okay, darling," my sister replied. My mother came with me to my bedroom. I was so happy about her care. She treated me as if I were her pregnant daughter. She helped me change into a new bra and underskirt after I got washed. Then, she gave me a goodnight hug and went to her bedroom. I lay on the bed to sleep, but it was not like other nights. My fake belly made it difficult to get comfortable, but I realized this was a real situation every pregnant woman faced. I went to sleep with these new challenges. The next day was much like the previous one. I continued my practice, and my mother helped me perfect my portrayal of a pregnant woman. That night, I went to bed, eager for the next day's adventure. The following morning, I woke up to my mother's morning greeting. "Good morning, darling," my mother greeted me. "Good morning, Mom," I replied. "Did you sleep well?" my mother asked with a smile. It was very difficult. When I woke up, it took time to realize what was happening to me, I said with a smile. After a refreshing wash, I put on a new bra, underskirt, and maternity frock with my mother's help. This time, I wore the maternity frock selected for the short film. My sister came to my bedroom and joined us. "Julian, are you ready for today's adventure?" my sister asked. "Yes, I am ready," I said with confidence. "Did you plan today's work?" my mother asked my sister. "Yes, Mom, my friend Nora will be joining us to handle the makeup. She'll arrive before 7:30 a.m. Other than that, there's no special work today. I've already finalized the script and practiced with my brother yesterday." All the shooting locations are very close to our home, my sister explained. We headed to the living room and started a small chat. Our conversation was interrupted by the doorbell. That must be Nora, my sister said, heading to the door to let her in. With Nora's arrival, I felt a wave of shyness. This was my first time meeting someone outside the family while dressed as a girl. Nora joined us, and my sister introduced me. I noticed the surprised expression on Nora's face when she learned I was her brother. Mila, your brother is amazing. She's very beautiful, Nora complimented me. After a brief chat, Nora began her makeup process, applying light makeup to enhance my feminine look. Then, we started shooting according to the schedule. My mother provided full support to ensure the best outcome. We finished the shoot before evening tea. My acting skills helped us stay on schedule. We all gathered in the living room to relax and enjoy some tea. Afterward, Nora left, and I headed to my bedroom with my mother to change out of my female clothes. With my mother's assistance, I removed the fake belly and other female garments. I then went to the bathroom to wash off the makeup and take a bath. Returning to my male clothes felt relaxing, especially after shedding the fake belly and breast forms. We had dinner, and afterward, I went to my bedroom, exhausted from the day's busy schedule. I lay on the bed, reflecting on the unforgettable experience before drifting into a deep sleep. The following days were dedicated to the post-production of my sister's short film. She managed all the work herself and submitted the final video on time. Time flew by as we got back to our routine. One evening, my sister called my mother and me to the living room. Good news for us, my sister announced happily. What is it? I asked. Our short film was selected as one of the top 3. My sister exclaimed, Wow, that's fantastic news. Congratulations, darling, my mother said, full of joy. The final results will be announced at the award ceremony next Saturday, my sister explained. We can attend the event on Saturday, and if father returns from his business trip by then, he can join us, my sister added. I think he won't be able to join us. He's quite busy with his office work, my mother said. I can't participate in that event, I said, feeling a pang of sadness. What? Why not? My sister asked, concerned. I don't want to expose that I'm the pregnant woman in the short film, I explained. Don't worry, darling. We can figure something out, my mother said, holding my hand reassuringly. I have an idea. You can attend the event as a girl, my sister suggested. I was taken aback by her proposal, left speechless. That's a great idea. I support it, my mother agreed enthusiastically. Is it really possible? I asked, uncertain. Why not? My mother said confidently. I can arrange everything if you agree, my sister assured me. I like the challenge. I agree, I said with newfound confidence. After our chat, I headed to my bedroom filled with hope. The prospect of dressing as a girl in public excited me. I sat on my bed, contemplating the adventure ahead, and the thought thrilled me until midnight when I finally drifted off to sleep. Time passed quickly, and the evening of the event day arrived. As I stayed in my bedroom, my sister came in and asked me to get ready to visit Nora's salon. Why are we going to Nora's salon? I asked. I've arranged everything for your transformation. Nora will handle your makeup, and I've bought a frock and accessories for you. They're all at her salon, my sister explained. I was stunned by her efforts. Did you really buy a frock for me? I asked, surprised. Yes, darling. You'll be amazed when you see your final look, she said with a warm smile. I didn't expect this, but you've done so much, I said, touched. Don't waste time. Shave your face and remove the hair on your legs, hands, and chest, she instructed. After my sister left, I went to the bathroom and followed her instructions. I then put on my regular male clothes and headed to the living room. When I arrived, my mother and sister were already dressed in beautiful frocks and had their makeup done. You both look stunning, I said, admiringly. You will be the prettiest after your transformation, my mother said lovingly. With their encouragement, I felt ready to embrace the challenge ahead. We left home and headed to Nora's salon. After a short drive, we arrived. As we entered, Nora greeted us warmly. Shall we start? Nora asked me. Yes, sure, I replied. My sister handed me a new panty, body shaper, and underskirt. I went to the changing room and returned wearing them. She then helped me into a bra, filling the cups with breast forms. Next, she gave me a beautiful short frock, which felt soft and luxurious. I slipped it on, and Nora began the makeup process, starting with foundation and finishing with a slightly heavier makeup suitable for the evening event. She then fixed a wig and styled my hair simply yet elegantly. Watching the transformation step by step in the mirror, I saw myself gradually becoming a cute girl. Afterward, my sister fixed a pair of clip-on earrings and a matching necklace. Finally, she handed me a pair of 2-inch high heels. I put them on and noticed everyone's astonished faces as they saw my final look. "Wow. Darling, you are so cute," my mother said, giving me a hug. "No one would believe you're a boy," Nora said. "You're prettier than me," my sister added, admiringly. Their words filled me with joy. I looked at my reflection in the mirror, feeling incredibly happy and confident about my appearance. I spent a few moments savoring my new feminine beauty. "Shall we go now?" my sister asked, holding my hand. After a brief drive, we arrived at the event location, which was bustling with people. My newfound confidence as a girl made it easier to step into the crowd. We parked and entered the event hall, taking our seats and waiting for the event to begin. I waited impatiently for the announcement of the short film competition results, feeling my heart pounding. When they announced the winner, I was surprised and ecstatic. We had won first place. The presenter then called my name for the Best Actress award. My surprise and happiness multiplied, and my mother warmly hugged both me and my sister. It was the most unforgettable feeling of my life. My sister and I stood up and made our way to the stage, my heart racing with a mix of excitement and disbelief. As we walked, I felt the weight of the spotlight on me, but also the strength and confidence that had grown throughout this journey. When we reached the stage, the applause was overwhelming. I accepted the award with a trembling but grateful hand, looking out at the audience and seeing the proud faces of my mother and Nora,